The Blues or Red Devils, we'll know in a few hours from now. Welcome to the FIFA World Cup coverage on Rajya Sabha Television. I'm your host Frank Pereira. With me, Jyoti and Bharat, former Indian national player, and Nilanjan Datta, senior sports journalist. Thank you to the both of you for joining me on the program. Big day today. We are at the fag end of the tournament, business end, the most important phase, call it what you want to. The semi-finals are here, they are upon us, and the match will start at 11:30 p.m. tonight. We'll also have a show from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and build up to the first semi-final that is to take place in Russia. We are also joined by our reporters from across the country who will get us a feel of what's happening in other places as well, not just here in our studio, but we'll be joined by reporters from Kolkata, Panaji and Thiruvananthapuram as well, the heartland really of Indian football. Let me first go across to Sandeep Yash before I speak to my guests here in the studio and get a feel of what's happening in Kolkata. Over to you, Sandeep.
थैंक यू फ्रैंक. आपसे दो तीन बातें साझा करना चाहूंगा. आपने ये बात कही, आपने रेड डेविल का नाम लिया. रेड डेविल जो कि सेमीफाइनल खेल रहे हैं, बेल्जियम को कहा जाता है. और एक मजेदार बात यह है कि 1990 के बाद से जिस टीम ने ब्राजील को हराया है वर्ल्ड कप में, वो फाइनल तक पहुंची है. और इस बार ये क्रेडिट बेल्जियम को जाता है. फिलहाल मैं हूं इस वक्त कोलकाता के बागपारा इलाके में. कोलकाता, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, फुटबॉल यहां रचती बसती है. और यहां पर जो दो टीम ऐसी हैं जिनके लिए कोलकाता वाले कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, वो है ब्राजील और अर्जेंटीना. लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली इस बार ये दोनों ही टीम इस टूर्नामेंट से बाहर हो चुकी हैं. कोलकाता वालों ने लेकिन एक बार फिर से साबित किया है कि खेल बड़ा होता है, ना कि कोई देश या कोई टीम. और इस बार फिर यहां पर आधे लोग बेल्जियम के पाले में बैठे हुए हैं, तो आधे लोग फ्रांस को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. तो आइए एक बार हम बातचीत करते हैं और जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि जमीन पर क्या सोच है. तो फिलहाल चलिए हम बेल्जियम के सपोर्टर्स के पास चलते हैं. आप ये बताइए, बेल्जियम को सपोर्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं?
बेल्जियम को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं क्योंकि बेल्जियम में बहुत यूथ है. लुकाकू है, हैजार्ड है, कोतुआ है, कंपनी है. तो हमें लगता है कि अगर यूथ अच्छा खेलेगा तो बेल्जियम शायद इस बार वर्ल्ड कप ले लेगा.
तो ये बताइए, बेल्जियम की जर्नी किस तरह की रही है?
बेल्जियम पहले 2014 के पहले तो बेल्जियम को उतना कुछ ये नहीं था, लेकिन 14 के बाद जब बेल्जियम में अच्छे प्लेयर आने लगे, तब से मतलब बेल्जियम का नाम उठने लगा. और इस बार इस वर्ल्ड कप में बेल्जियम एक वर्ल्ड कप कंटेंडर है. तो लगता है इस बार शायद बेल्जियम जीत पाएगा.
बेल्जियम इस बार जो वर्ल्ड कप में हो रहा है, इस बार बेल्जियम होगा, क्योंकि कलकत्ता फुटबॉल का मक्का है. यहाँ से हम लोग बेल्जियम का सपोर्ट करेगा. बेल्जियम 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 बेल्जियम.
इस बार अब हम चलते हैं फ्रांस के सपोर्टर्स के बाद. ये बताइए, फ्रांस एक वर्ल्ड कप पहले जीत चुका है, लेकिन बेल्जियम पहुंचा है, क्लोज रहा है, लेकिन अभी तक वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीता.
फ्रांस इस बार चैंपियन होगा. फ्रांस जैसे स्पीड में खेल रहा है, कोई टीम उसके जैसा नहीं है. जो एम्बापे अगले मैच में गोल किया, वो बोल्ट से भी स्पीड गोल किया. हम लोग पूरा
Belgium and France there in Kolkata, of course.
अपने देश भगा देगा.
Frenzy mood in Kolkata at the moment. Everyone is excited. Of course, the semi-final is here. Let's get a perspective now from Goa as well. Another heartland really as far as Indian football is concerned. Always had some player or the other from that part of the country. Rajat, what's the mood in Goa?
Yeah, Frank, mood here in Goa is absolutely festive. It's not just FIFA World Cup. It's about the football, which is in the blood of Goans here. I have with me boys of the Dempo Football Club, one of the most prominent clubs in Goa. So let me go across one of them. Tonight is very important, very crucial semi-final between France and Belgium. Whom you think will win? I'll straight away start with this question.
I think Belgium, because I like how they play. They are taking the defending is very good, and they have very good striker.
Right. So we have other boys here as well. Boys, any French fan here?
No French fan.
No. Nobody likes France among you?
Yes.
France is good team?
Yes. Pogba.
Pogba is the favorite player.
Yes. Can't take. Yeah.
Are Goans little disappointed this time around because the teams which they have traditionally supported, like Brazil, Argentina, they haven't made it to the semi-final, including Portugal and Spain?
Okay, the boys seem to be a little tongue-tied at the moment in front of the camera in Goa, but nonetheless, it's a good exposure for them. Let's hope that they open up as the tournament also opens up and reaches the final. Let me go across to Panchanan now, who's standing by in Thiruvananthapuram. Panchanan, take us through what's happening there.
Yeah, Frank, like in Goa and Kolkata, the atmosphere for football is also electrifying here in southern state, which is Kerala. We are right now in Thiruvananthapuram, the capital of Kerala, and with me, joining the young football players, we are at Central Stadium in Thiruvananthapuram, and the boys who are supporting to different teams because there is a crucial semi-final today. Either it will go to France or it will go to Belgium, or some are saying that it will may happen a draw, and after the shootout it will be a decision maybe. So which team you are supporting, and which is your prominent team?
We are supporting France because France is better than to counter attacking. Belgium is comparatively it's a good team, but I think today's match will be draw, and in penalty France will be the.
That was one of the view, and second view we wanted to take from different people. What you think regarding today's interview?
Okay.
Belgium. So you just saw that the Belgium and France, the two different opinions are here, but it's really a very crucial match for this FIFA World Cup. Frank,
okay, it is indeed a crucial match. Thank you to the three of you joining us from the various centres across India and taking us through what's happening there. The boys seem to be a little tongue-tied, little scared in front of the camera, Nilanjan, but hopefully they'll play some great football in the years to come.
Definitely. Why not? Youth, they are the future of Indian football, in fact, and I'm all for Indian football. Good to see people from Kolkata, Dempo Sports Club boys, also in Thiruvananthapuram. That's the World Cup which unites each and everyone.
Indeed, and it's a game for all. It's a game that everyone should play as well, Jyoti, and we hope to see more people taking up this game in our country as well.
I think the World Cup, every World Cup attracts new people to start following the game, playing the game. So this World Cup is no less. You're going to have new players. You're going to come up. You're watching these stars playing. They're going to say, I want to be like that. So of course you're going to see a rise in footballers in India.
Okay, that's it as far as the footballers in India are concerned. Let's hope that they have a bright future ahead of them, and let's hope that they ensure that we get into the World Cup as well one day, and we can discuss the Indian football team at the World Cup and not Belgium and France. Talking about Belgium and France, we'll speak about them in detail on the other side of this short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching the FIFA coverage, FIFA World Cup coverage here on Rajya Sabha TV with me, Frank Pereira. The big day is here. The first semi-final will be played today. Later tonight, in fact, is when it will be played. And France and Belgium have made it to the first semi-final from this half of the draw. We'll talk about France first, and we'll take a look at how France has made it to the semi-final. They've played some good football right throughout the tournament. They've played all-round football. We'll see how they are prepared for this match and how they have reached here as well.
Making its 15th World Cup appearance, France will be hoping to advance to the finals tonight to have a chance at World Cup glory for the second time. The team impressed against Argentina and Uruguay, but now they are up against one of the most spectacular teams of the tournament so far, Belgium.
Cette équipe belge, elle est vraiment très performante dans la transition défensive, attaque rapide, comme on dit. Ça va vite et ils le font bien. Donc, j'ai fait en sorte de préparer mes joueurs à plusieurs cas de figure, début de match.
On sait très bien que c'est une très grande équipe avec de très grands attaquants. Voilà, on se met pas de pression particulière. Voilà, on a joué aussi auparavant contre de très grands joueurs comme Messi, Suarez.
The road to the semi-finals has been bumpy for the French. In their opening group game against Australia, France won by a difference of just 1 goal, that too thanks to an own goal by the Aussies. The second group game against Peru saw the French beat them 1-0. In their final group game, Didier Deschamps' side faced a strong Danish side and the game finished as the first goalless draw of this World Cup. The knockout phase has been better. They have dispatched 2 former champions, beating Argentina 4-3 in the round of 16 and then Uruguay 2-0 in the quarterfinals. This will be France's 6th semi-final appearance at the World Cup, while they have reached the finals twice. One in 1998 when they defeated Brazil 3-0 to be crowned champions, and another in 2006 where they lost 5-3 on penalties to Italy. Currently ranked 7th in the FIFA rankings, France first participated in the World Cup in 1930 and was among the 4 European teams that participated at the inaugural World Cup. Besides the 1 World Cup trophy, the French have 2 European Championships, an Olympic gold medal and 2 FIFA Confederations Cup. The team experienced much of its success in 3 major eras, the 1950s, the 1980s to the late 1990s and the early 2000s. In 1958, the team finished in 3rd place at the FIFA World Cup. In 1984, they won the UEFA Euro and in 1998 won the World Cup. 2 years later, the team again won the UEFA Euro in 2000, Confederations Cup in 2001 and 2003 and reached the 2006 World Cup final. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
That was a history as far as France in World Cups are concerned, and also how they're preparing for this World Cup and their road to the semi-final of this World Cup itself. Jyoti, happy with the way France has played this World Cup thus far, reached the semi-finals?
Yes, they started off, in their first game against Australia, they didn't look as convincing. But I think since then they've grown. It's a young team who's shown a lot of confidence and a lot of, grit to get this far. And they have shown class, there's definitely a lot of class in this team and it's very visible. You have Pogba and Mbappe and Griezmann. It's loads and loads of talent together in a young squad that has actually matured through this tournament, and we've seen them mature through this tournament.
Maturity for a young squad is something that has really worked well for this particular team. I for one cannot believe how mature some of these young boys have been right throughout the course of this tournament, because they've been there in the game and they have played very smartly right throughout the tournament. They've played according to the situation, Nilanjan, and that's what really stands out as far as this French side is concerned.
Without any doubt, that's the evolution of football, where young players are taught the basics. These are all basics of the game. Maturity and how gamemanship and how to manage a game.
And playing according to the situation.
Absolutely. You play according to the situation. First you play according to the opposition, and when you play the opposition, there would be situations, as you very rightly point out, which will be arising in the match, which you can't foresee or predict. That's when the character of a team is on display. For example, you look at Argentina match, they were down. They dominated, they were down. They pushed the pedal, accelerated, got the 2 goals, parked the bus. In the next match, they played just defensively, played out Uruguay out of the match. Those are the situations which arise, and teams which respond to the situations, as you said, are great teams.
Let's talk about the other team now. They're calling it the golden generation, really, of Belgian football. Let's take a look now at how Belgium has reached the semi-final of this World Cup, a history as far as Belgium's football is concerned, and how they are prepared for this match.
A place in the World Cup finals is at stake when Belgium meets France for the 74th time at St. Petersburg today. Belgium has played some outstanding football in this edition of the FIFA World Cup, with many Belgian stars bursting onto the world stage. They started their World Cup journey on a winning note, defeating debutants Panama 3-0. In the second group game, 2 goals each from Romelu Lukaku and Eden Hazard sealed a 5-2 victory over Tunisia. In their final group game, Belgium were up against England, who they beat 1-0. The round of 16 was the first time the Belgians went behind in this World Cup, but they trumped Japan 3-2 after being down by 2 goals. But their biggest victory probably came in the quarterfinals against 5 times world champions Brazil. Belgium struck early and held off a late Brazil fight back to send the South Americans packing home.
Yeah, for us, it was a big step to win against Brazil. Also for our confidence and to show everybody that we could do it. Because Belgium is a small country, as you know. We have 11 million people living there. And we are very proud of what we can achieve and we can do as a group.
No, of course. I mean, we can be proud so far. I think what we performed in this World Cup, reaching a semi-final is a big achievement. But I think we want to go further now and don't give up. And I think we have to believe in our chances to get to the final and eventually win it.
Belgium have participated in 13 FIFA World Cups, including the current edition, 5 European Championships, and also featured at 3 Olympic football tournaments, including the 1920 Olympic tournament, which they won. Their first FIFA World Cup participation was way back in 1930. The team also finished as runners-up at Euro 1980 and 4th in the 1986 World Cup. In 2015, Belgium topped the FIFA World Rankings for the first time. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Jyoti, they're calling this the golden generation of Belgian football. This is the furthest any Belgian side has gotten in the World Cup, the semi-finals. Can this Belgian side go further?
Sure they can. I mean, this is a group of players who've been playing together for a very long time. They've come through the ranks, through the youth system, playing together, and now they've got to this point, and I feel they can go all the way. It's a slightly more mature team than I think the French team, because these are players who are, I think, at the peak of their careers right now. All playing in top clubs in Europe, and they're working well on the field together. And to be honest, I feel this Belgian team has it in them to win this World Cup.
What, if anything, has stood out for you, Nilanjan, as far as this Belgian side is concerned?
They have created chances and converted them. Many teams have created chances, they have not been able to convert them. This team can score almost at will. Look,
I think that's a very valid observation. I mean, most of the teams have failed to finish in this World Cup.
Exactly. So that's, in fact, yesterday only we were talking, they will score for sure. Can they defend? So, yeah. And at the same time, they have considered on 5 or 6 goals so far. Can they hold that French attack and the midfield? That's where the game is to be decided, if you ask me.
Do they need a change in formation, do you think, Jyoti? I mean, is it not working as far as defending is concerned? Maybe something needs to be turned around there?
I think they are going to go with 4 at the back today. They've changed that even in the last game. I feel they might miss Meunier slightly on the right wing because that's his favourite position. But, a big day for Chadli to step up and take that position. And I feel he could do a good job there.
And if you look at the 2 teams now, we've spoken about them individually. Where do you think the game could be won or lost between Belgium and France? The
midfield battle between Kanté and De Bruyne. That's one. And the decision making of the players in those crucial crunch situations. Both, it's very, very hard. I don't remember a World Cup match where it was so much equally balanced. Forget a semi-final. My memory from 86, I can't remember one. One time you say France, the next time you say Belgium, France, Belgium, France. So it will be a very, very close match between heavyweights, decision making and that midfield battle. I believe the creativity, will they be able to create? Can't they stop that?
Pogba has to have a good game today.
Everyone. Not one.
The others have played well in the tournament. Pogba, the star player of the team, hasn't really shown in this World Cup.
He has played the supporting role, not been the true leader. Whenever there have been runs by Mbappe, he's been running parallelly, obviously drawing the players towards him. Those also are situations where a player needs to respond. But yeah, the Pogba which we had felt would be dominating the World Cup, we have not seen him as yet, would be against many of his teammates. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Many teammates playing against each other today.
Indeed, they will all know how each other plays.
Jyoti pointed that out.
Yes, Jyoti indeed pointed that out. That's going to be interesting, Jyoti, because they'll know each other's games very well today.
They do, these players are playing against each other in the league, and they do know each other. A lot of teammates and a lot of big rivals there. City and United players going up against each other again. So it's going to be interesting, very interesting.
Indeed, it is going to be interesting. We are also looking forward to that particular match. Let's now take a look at the stats between these two teams and see how the stats line up in our stats zone with Tina Jha.
Thank you, Frank. Welcome to the Stat Zone. I'm Tina Jha. There will be some French in the air tonight as two francophone teams, France and Belgium, meet in the first semi-final of the FIFA World Cup 2018. The match will be held at the famous St. Petersburg spaceship. The stadium has a retractable roof and was completed last year after several delays. At a cost of $1.1 billion, it is considered one of the most expensive stadiums ever built. Coming back to the match now. This semi-final is attracting a lot of attention from an international audience. Football lovers everywhere can't wait to see two of the best teams on paper to face each other after an almost perfect run so far in Russia. The two teams have faced each other 73 times. 19 of those matches have been drawn. Belgium has come in tops with 30 matches in their kitty, while France has won 24 matches. They last played in June 2015. But at the World Cup, the two sides have met just twice, with France winning both times. Coming to the players now, France is likely to play attacking football today. We will focus on three of their players: Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann and Paul Pogba. Mbappe has been France's breakout star at this World Cup. The 19-year-old has played 20 matches for France, scoring 7 goals. 3 of those goals have come at the World Cup. Antoine Griezmann, the playmaker for the team, has played 59 matches for his country and scored 23 goals. These include 3 World Cup goals. Holding midfielder Paul Pogba has matured into one of world football's most recognizable talents recently, thanks to his towering frame, immaculate technique and a highly tuned understanding of the game. In the 58 matches he has played for France, he has scored 9 goals. However, none have been at the World Cup. Let's now take you through the main players for Belgium: Romelu Lukaku, Eden Hazard and Kevin De Bruyne. Lukaku admits he's still learning, but he is learning from the best. Thierry, who joined Roberto Martinez's coaching staff in 2016, has taken Lukaku under his wings. Lukaku has so far scored 4 goals in 2 group stage matches. He has been the focal point of Belgian attacks, either receiving the ball into his feet or to his head or running in behind. We will be looking, of course, at increasing his World Cup tally. As a child, Eden Hazard cheered on Les Bleus in his Zinedine Zidane jersey, but the French will be wary of the devastation he can cause when they meet in St. Petersburg on Tuesday. 27-year-old Hazard has played 90 matches for his country, scoring 24 goals, 2 at the World Cup. Kevin De Bruyne presents a particular dilemma for coach Roberto Martinez: where to play him. The midfielder can play in deep or further forward. De Bruyne wants to play forward, but the coach's strategy is not out yet. Looking at the numbers now, De Bruyne has played 66 matches for Belgium, scoring 15 goals. One of those goals has come at this World Cup. Well, Frank and our guests will tell you more about the strategy, so let me leave it to them. For the moment, that's it from me from the Stat Zone.
Thank you, Tina. As far as strategy is concerned, we'll have to leave that for 10 p.m. We'll get you detailed strategies and also analysis as far as this match is concerned. We'll go into the nitty-gritties of France and Belgium from 10 to 11 with Nilanjan and Jyoti. For now, thank you to the both of you for joining me and putting things into perspective for us. That's it from me. See you again at 10 p.m. tonight.
We see reduced number of question hours. We see a number of other distractions inside the House. So obviously parliamentary governance becomes the biggest casualty.
We have to bring some systemic changes into our functioning, into our rules of conduct of the business.
Two-member committee which has been instituted by our Vice President, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu.